We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. No. Motor leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. Team full of truth and a chat full of cheer. MOCA in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you're moving off love, then you one of us. No the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. Down in the NOLA where the soul don't break. Mocha built the lane where the real ones stay. Ain't no faking the funk, ain't no playing for clout. You bring that mess, we gon' sort that out. But this ain't about drama, it's about love, it's about healing, it's about trust. Every child, every voice, every name in the breeze. We gon' stand for the ones no one else gon' see. So we rise tall, we rise as one. Oh no, no bellows, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. One mic, one tribe, one mission in mind. We protect what's right and we hold that line. It's the chat where the truth and the love collide. Where the voices don't hide and the pain gets light. We see you, we feel you, we fight for the cause. Every kid, every tear, we break down walls. When you hear that bell, that's the call to act. We family now, and that's just facts. We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This one's for every voice we fight for and every child who needs to be heard. We see you, we feel you. We stand with the truth. This is the NOLA Bells. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Stand tall and join the family.
Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Thursday, guys. Happy Thursday, happy Thursday, happy Thursday. We're here, we're here, we're here. And I'm glad to see each and every one of you that pulled up this evening. Happy to see each and every one of you here. We're streaming in a different way today. And I'm looking at it on my television right now. And I'm like, oh gosh. But we're streaming two different ways tonight. For cell phone users, computer users, laptop users, we're streaming two different ways, hitting different platforms. But either way, neither here nor there. We're here tonight doing what we do each and every night. We have a story to tell. We have a story to tell. I don't have a story to tell. A mother chose to come here tonight and share her story, and we welcome her. I see she haven't made it here yet, but neither here nor there. We're going to wait on her. But for those of you that are here, I appreciate you pulling up. If you have not yet hit that like button, hit the like button for your girl. Happy Thursday and welcome to the chat. Share the live out. Subscribe to the channel. Double tap those emojis. Hype up the live. Because we're here to do what we do each and every time we go live. And that's to uplift, encourage, bring awareness. Because this is who we are. And at this moment, just get comfortable. Just get comfortable. We're not here for entertainment. It's about truth. It's about love and also remembrance. Tonight we're here and we're honoring the life of a 24-year-old Amir Pitts, better known to those that know him as Big Creo. He was a son. There she goes. He was a son, a brother, a friend. He was a young man whose life was stolen too soon because of that silent poison, fentanyl. And I see his mother has hit the chat. Welcome, my love. I'm going to drop that link in a second. Fentanyl, guys, have been taking our babies one by one. And tonight, his mother, Miss Erika Redd, she's here with us. She's not just telling a story. She's reliving her heartache. So as we listen, we want to hold space for Miss Erika. And we want her to know that she's not standing alone. So guys, I want you all to welcome Miss Erika here. And I'm going to drop this link for my love. And we're going to get started in a second. I see you, Kristen. Happy Thursday to you, baby. Mariah, I see you. Mary Kay, hello. Sean B, I see you, my love. My beautiful sister, Dr. J, I hope you feel better, sis. Sending prayers to you. PJ, I see you, my love. Hey, Sassy, welcome, my love. Happy Thursday, baby. PJ, I see you, boo. My beautiful sister Ann is in here. Welcome, guys. Cop, I see you, sis. Hope you're feeling well. Tracy, I see you, baby. Beautiful soul, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Essie, welcome, my love. My beautiful sister Rob, welcome, sister, and thank you so very much for that super sticker. Carla Henry, I see you, baby. Welcome, Wendy. Happy birthday, baby. Welcome to the chat. Big J, not the little one. Welcome, sis. Carla Henry, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, guys. Melissa, welcome. My beautiful sister Deidre's here. Welcome, my love. Hey, Samantha, welcome, baby. Hey, Vibes, welcome, my love. Welcome. Let's see where we at. Leanne, I see you, boo. Welcome to the chat. Welcome. Cynthia Harmon, I see you, my love. Welcome. Hey, Glossy, welcome, sis. Happy Thursday to you. Hey, Bernice, welcome, my love. Welcome, 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 each and every one of you here this evening. Hey, Mary Hubbard, welcome, my love. Welcome to the chat. I'm going to drop this link for Miss Erika. And we're going to get started. We're going to do what we do. Be careful, Tom. Be careful, sis. And Miss Erika, all you have to do is hit that link, baby. Hit the link. And we just want to thank you for being here. Thank you for being willing to share your story, sharing your son with us. We appreciate you so very much. We appreciate you so very much. Miss Erica, are you there? I saw you a minute ago. And all you have, hey, Plaid, welcome, sis. We're just waiting on Miss Erica to hit that link, y'all. And all you have to do is click on the link, Miss Erica, and it's going to let you right on up, baby. Look like Miss Erica's having a few little technical difficulties. But take your time, baby, take your time. And I'll keep dropping the link just in case you're missing it. Just in case you're missing it, Miss Erica. Oh, Lord, she said her phone won't. Oh, Jesus. So your phone won't allow you to click the link? Where you see my name says MOCA Unfiltered, just click on that. And it'll allow you to get in just like you're typing. It'll allow you to get in just like you're typing. Just click that link. Hey, Sunshine, welcome, my love. Oh, Lord, she said it's not letting her click. Jesus. Jesus. We got to try to find a way to fix Miss Erica. Miss Erica's phone not letting her click links. Jesus, let's see if I can send her the link. Girl. Okay, Miss Erica, let's see, baby, let's see. Let's see, my love. Thank you, Erica. I appreciate that. Try it from another phone. Thank you, boo. Thank you. I appreciate you. And guys, I apologize for the holdup. Miss Erica is having a few little technical difficulties, but it's okay. We're gonna get her up here, and she's gonna do what she do. Yes, and yes, we are graceful and grateful for her willing to share with us. We truly are. We are truly, truly grateful. On the top of the screen, guys, click live chat. Click live chat. And y'all be able to see all the names I'm calling. I hear y'all. I'm reading y'all comments. Take your time, Miss Erica, because we're here for you. Hey, Marty, welcome, my love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Marty said she apologized for her tardiness, but tonight she's visiting her late bestie family. Oh, it's okay, Marty. It's okay. We know you've been through some things as well. We know you've been going through some things as well. And says, Sis MOCA, no apologies. We know our efforts. We show this love. No apologies necessary. Rhapsody, welcome, my love. Welcome. We giving Miss Erica some time to get herself together. And we know today's not an easy one for her. Nessie, welcome, boo. We know today's not an easy one for her. This is not easy for nobody. TM, no mother that's going through this. TM, welcome, boo. Happy Thursday to you. Happy Thursday. And I'm like y'all, because some things I can see on one device and the other one I can't. So I'm reading names off of two devices. And it's okay. It's okay. See, y'all hadn't gotten too comfortable. Too comfortable. But neither here nor there. From what I know, of Miss Erica's son, 24 years old, y'all. 24 years old. Miss Erica is going to have to tell me this place in Pennsylvania, because Lord knows I can't pronounce it. Aliquippa, something. "24 years old. That's where he attended junior high. He attended high school there. And from what I know, I went over and I read his obituary, poor baby. He spent his last days filled with his family and friends. One thing about him, he was a fashion designer. And it makes sense, with the pictures that I saw of him. It's a fashion designer. He had a love for clothing, creating different pieces. It was said that he enjoyed helping any and everyone. From what I read, he was a ray of sunshine to all that he met. It said he had a smile that could light up a room. His laughs were endless, and he had the fight of a lion in him. And he had the type of personality, from what I know. To know him was to love him. And that says a lot. That says a lot about someone that's only 24 years young. He left an impact. No, Erika, you don't have to be a member, baby. I'm going to drop that link one more time for you, my love. And all you have to do is click on it, baby. I'm going to drop it one more time. And all you have to do is click on it. Hey, Tina, welcome, baby. Kimberly Earls, welcome, my love. The blue link that I've dropped, all you have to do is tap it, sweetie. It's going to get you up here. Yes, Carla Henry. Yes, Forever 24. The streets are taking our kids way too soon. Way too soon. And it's so many parents. So many parents going through this. And I know poor Miss Erika, it got to be frustrating right now. She can't get up. Hey, I mean, now welcome, my love. Welcome. And Erika, take your time, baby. We're here for you. We made space for you tonight. Exactly, Kristen. We made space for her. So she's going to get this story out. We're going to get her story out. We appreciate, once again, the thought of her even wanting to come and share that part of her with us. That means a lot. It means a lot. There my girl goes. Hey, baby.
Hello,
How are
everybody.
you?
I'm doing great. I got my twins. They was helping me. They was giving me their iPhones and everything.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad you were able to make it up, baby. How are you?
Today been a challenging day. Because last year, I was trying to get like justice and everything. So the death never like really set in on me last year because I was just moving and moving and moving. But
Uh-huh.
this year, since I had time to sit and reflect, like today has been really like challenging.
Right. I can imagine. But Erika, first of all, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being here. I know this conversation ain't easy, but for you, I know it's necessary. And before we even get into talking about what happened, I want to start with, after you get it all out, we just want to start with who your son was. Because too often the world only sees a name in an obituary or in a headline. They don't see the soul behind who they really are.
Correct.
So we
Um,
just I'm gonna give you the floor, my love. Uh-oh. Look like Erika dropped down. Looks like I lost her. Girl, hit that link again, boo. Erika disappeared on her sister. But we go get her back. We go get her back. Hey, Yolanda, welcome, my love. We gonna get her back, baby. And I know today was a tiring and it was a hard one for her. Today's that anniversary. And I know it couldn't have been easy. But her spirits are high. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Hey, no nonsense. Welcome, my love. Welcome. Thank God for patience. Thank God for us. Thank God for you all for standing in the gap and waiting on Miss Erika. Because I know this can't be easy. I've never been in those shoes. But my heart hurts for every mother that had to stand in those shoes. Because I never thought I would see the day, or we would live to, any of us would live to see the day where parents would have to bury their children. And it's beginning to happen too often in today's society. Too often that we are burying our own children and not our children burying us. So we're going to wait on Miss Erika, give her the time that she needs. My girl says she's working it out. She's borrowing phones and whatnot to get up here. And she's going to share with us exactly who Big Creo was, her baby. The devil is a liar. Because we go get this story out today. We're going to get it out today. You know, fentanyl, where does that come from? How did it get here? You know, Mary Kay says, took the words right out of me, MOCA. Every day I ask myself, why didn't I leave before my son? Just why? You know, Mary Kay, in the world that we live in, boom, can't question God. Just have to put ourselves in a space to accept what he allows, because one thing we know, he don't make a mistake. He don't make a mistake. And here, we send our prayers to you, baby, because it couldn't have been easy. It's never easy. I've never been in those shoes, but I've stood besides those that's been in those shoes. And we just, yes, ma'am, I'm resending that link for you now, baby. And we just have to stay prayed up. Hey, Michelle, welcome, baby. Well, you just have to stay prayed up and trust in God and trust in the direction that He's taking us. Mary Kay said, thank you, lady. It's only been 2 years. But look at you, you're still standing. God has you here for a reason. You're here for a reason. And your son, that strength. Hey, Shanru gal. Hey, boo, welcome to the chat, my love. Welcome. Welcome. I appreciate each and every one of you all that's pulling up on this live stream tonight. Appreciate it. Kristen says, I dropped some donations off by my church today. Asked my priest, why am I put in a situation where I have to depend on my sister for 6 months until I could come back and live with my daughter? What? He told me leave it in God's hand. Don't worry, you're going to be okay. He knows what he's doing. And that's what he did. I'm leaving it in his hands, as you should. As you should, sis. God never makes a mistake. There's a reason behind everything that he allows. And we have to understand that. We have to understand that. Ann says, Marty, we in Philly have a major epidemic called Kensington and Allegheny Avenue. The drug scenes there have gotten off our L train station. It's nothing but fentanyl, crack, meth. It's scary. Wow. Wow. And it's a shame. Ruining lives. Just ruining lives. Just ruining lives. But we have to stand in the gap and pray over our children. And pray more so when they walk out of our homes. Hey, Rosalind, welcome, my love. We have to keep our hands on our children. Y'all don't mind me. I'm just keep dropping this link for my girl. I'm just keep dropping this link for Miss Erika because she's going to get up here. That's right, Dr. J. God is definitely a way maker, a miracle worker. He's light in the darkness. My God, that's who he is. You better say it, Dr. J. He never makes a mistake. He never fails. And we're going to just keep praying. That's all we could do. Keep praying. You know, every name that we speak on this platform represents a heartbeat. A whole world of memories. As Miss Erika prepares herself to get up here and speak on her son. And just like every other child, every other person that we've ever spoken on, there was somebody's child too. They were somebody else's child too. They were somebody. And the world has to remember that. We can't just throw them away. We can't forget that they exist. We just can't. And we're trusting in God that Miss Erika is able to get back in here and celebrate her son. I don't know much about fentanyl, but I do know, hello, I got my girl back. All right, Miss Erika, you back, baby. You're back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, baby. So, Miss Erika, I'm going to let you have the floor. And wherever you want to start, baby, you start. I don't hear you. You have your mic turned off. Are you muted? Because now there's no sound.
Okay, 28.
There you go. I hear you now.
Okay. So Amir was a bright child. At first it was just him and my daughter. They were very close. My mom always said he was here before because he was just so open spiritually. He'll give you the clothes off his back. He never judged anyone. He was just a loving person, you know. Besides my side, he had from the father side, he had a bunch of siblings. So, you know, he was loved. But the thing is, I think that was hurting him a lot. His dad never claimed him. Even when I was pregnant, never acknowledged him. Even with the death, never like just acknowledged him. So parents don't realize that has a lot of things to do with a child is growing up, especially a male child, when there's no male figure in the house.
Correct.
So me and my mom and my sister, we did the best that we could do, you know. And he, as they call him, a celebrity because he knew everybody. Anywhere he went, everybody knew Big Creo.
And how did that name come by, Big Creo? That's interesting. What's the story behind that name?
Well, really, he was little when he was first, so he called himself Little Creole. And as he got older, he calls himself Big Creole. How did he come with that name, Ariel? I gotta ask my daughter. She said she really don't know. It just stuck with him, and that's what everybody called him. They called him Big Creole, not the Little Creole anymore.
Yeah.
But I think the name says a lot because he was just loving, kind, fought a lot of battles that wasn't his. And I used to tell him, Amir, you can't be out here fighting boys and girls. He just didn't care. If you messed with his siblings, that was it. Like you had to see him, you know?
Right, right.
Then my twins came along, so it was other males in the house, and then I got married to my step husband, which his sister, her death date is tomorrow, and my cousin Vernon. Like it's so hard for us.
Wow.
His sister died first in 2022, and then Mir passed away. I could say because I mean the 13 started it all, and then my husband's first cousin passed away while Amir was on the ventilator on the 14th from fentanyl.
Right. So what situation, could you share a little of, okay, you told us who he was, the brightness in him and all of that. So growing up, you told us who he was. He was very protective, all of that. He loved designing clothes. I read that in the obituary, and looking at the pictures that you sent me, I can tell that he was very fashionable.
Yeah, that was his lifeline. He would put anything together. He wasn't one of them kids that needed Jordans and Nikes. He would throw anything together and look fine in it. I used to say my hairdresser, because she used to be like, Mom, let me come and do your hair. Mom, if you're going out, let me put this clothes together. So, he was just that type of person.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. And I know that every mother has a proud moment, that makes her heart just light up when it comes to her children. What was your moments with Amir?
Oh, there are so many. This one time, I'll never forget, my sister had sent us, we moved out to San Diego, California. And we was, new. And I was like, come on, let's get in. Let's go to Hollywood. And we went to Hollywood, a nice experience for the kids. And here's Amir. Oh, I can't, if I don't get out the car, I can't tell my friends that I went to Hollywood. So we had to get out the car. Amir, it's just like just the little things. I call him my energy child.
So he brought joy. He was the life of the party. He was extra.
Yes, he was my energy child.
Yes, yes. Oh God. See you, and I see the joy in you when you speak of him. So he still lives through you and so strongly.
Yes. Leading up to that day, I mean, like I said, I never sugarcoated anything. I knew he were doing like the Percocets and stuff.
Uh,
Knew about the fentanyl. I had no clue about the fentanyl. He had called me one day and was like, Mom, because I used to always tell him, because he was the child who left the nest before anybody. Because once he got 18, it was definitely like, I'm grown, you can't tell me what to do. So he had a best friend that had an apartment that they shared together. And I used to tell him, I used to be, like, Mir, I'm praying over you, but you call me every day, even if it's just to say I love you or anything. So it was just like before all this happened, I had a premonition. Like I was
mhm.
laying in my bed and I just had a weird feeling. And I couldn't quite put my hand on it, but it was about him. And I had talked to somebody kind of spiritually, and they was like, maybe that because y'all are so connected, because they say that's my twin. All my kids say he was my favorite pick. And I cannot honestly say he was my favorite. And they was like, well, maybe that was just his soul letting you know that something was going on. Um,
Mhm.
he had called me out the blue. He was like, oh, Mom, I want you to meet my two new friends and everything. I'm like, okay, Mir. Never really got to meet the two young ladies. I'm not going to say any names because there is a investigating case going on finally.
Right, right.
Um, so never got to meet him. And he was the type, he'll call me, Mom, you got a cigarette? Mom, I'm hungry. He had this dog. He used to come in the house and be like, Mom, I'm hungry. And I used to be like, and your dog is too, because he's sniffing on the ground and his bones showing you better feed that dog. And he would laugh. Swear he could cook. Well, he could cook. He could cook.
Uh-huh.
Those days are kind of really hard for me too, because he was my cook. He was like, Mom, I'm coming to help you cook. And I didn't really see the difference first. Like,
Right.
the phone call stopped for the cigarettes. The food phone call he stopped calling for the food. We were barely seeing him. So the one day the girl had called me, she was like, Miss Erika, have you seen Amir looking for him? I'm like, no. So I finally got in touch with him and he was asleep. And me and my husband said that's odd because we used to call Amir the night walker because somebody would be sleeping in the house and he'll be still up roaming. But he was always the first one up. Mom, I made breakfast. I did this, I cleaned up for you. I did the bathroom. So, some little things you just don't take heed to, and I didn't take heed to, dang, he ain't calling me, he ain't asking me for money. So leading up to this day, about 1:30 at night, I get a phone call. And you pronounce this right. It's Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. We're like 40 minutes away from Pittsburgh. They called me, and my husband looked at me because it was a weird name, and I'm like, I don't know who this is. And my husband looking at me like, do you got another nigga calling you? Because it was a male face, and I'm like, no. So I called back, and they was like, Miss Erika, please get down here. Please get down here. The ambulance is working on Amir, and it's crazy because we live on over the hill from the projects that he passed away at. So me and my husband got down there, and I'm like, we looking at the hospital. I mean, I'm looking at him and the ambulance, and I told my husband, because I've never seen the ambulance work so hard. Like they was like moving, and I'm like, he's gone. And my husband was like, why would you say that? And I'm like, I just saw a void. And we got to the hospital. He was always 25% over the ventilator. So we were like, me and my sister was like, oh, that's good. And they was like, well, we don't really want to talk about the breath yet. So he held on for 7 days. By Wednesday, he had went up under the ventilator. So the choice that came down to now, he's not responding because they don't have him under sedation. He's just not waking up. He's catching pneumonia now. He's running fevers. The next thing they were saying, like the organs were shut down. And I'm just like, just give me a moment to think about it. So I went home, and I had woke up like on a Thursday night, like my whole throat was like about to close. And I'm shaking my husband. He's like, what's wrong? I can't breathe. We get to the hospital Friday, and they tell us, oh, we had to change his feeding tube and the ventilator because his throat was so swollen.
Right.
They couldn't even give him food anymore. And I tell myself that was my son letting me know that Mom, let me go because I'm in pain.
Right.
So we came to the decision, to let him go. And it's crazy, Miss MOCA, because my son, he did have 2 cars. He never had a license. He was one of the people that never had a license. And I used to be like, go get your license. You could drive. So he had an ID. So the organ donors came in, and they was like, do y'all want to donate his organs? And right away, me and my sister was like, no, because we're not educated enough on that. And we was walking back towards his room, and it must have just been the spirit. Something just came over me, and it was like, this is not right. And it must have been on my face. And my sister was like, Erika, what's wrong? And I'm like, we're going to go ahead and we're going to donate his organs. And she was like, are you serious? I'm like, he can't take them with him. He's 24 years old. He's healthy. If he can save other people's lives, I'm with it. Well, all that said to be done, he had it already on his ID. So somewhere in life, he wanted to save someone else's life,
Correct.
So getting to the story, so he's with this girl. He calls his friend. I don't think she's a friend. They say she liked the fentanyl pills. They were in New Brighton at this other girl house. Um, Miss Mocha, when it happened, I never got like a true story. It was always this person, this person, this person, that person.
Wow.
Um, she was like, "Well, I will take accountability. I get cocaine with him." I said, "Okay, but and I had a lot of people in my ears, and I kept telling people if she sells the pills, he didn't have to go nowhere else to get the pill. You know,
Correct.
I'm not dumb. So everybody was mad because I kept her as a friend. Because my mom always told me, you keep your enemies close.
Yes, Lord.
And I fought with the Alakupa police station, the DEA in Alakupa. I even went to the drug task force. I'm like, look, my son might have been a lot of things, but he didn't deserve death. You know,
Right, right.
someone told him death and he didn't know. And they looked at me and they was like, oh, it's just another OG. And I said to myself and to God, I can't let him be another statistic. And
That's
I
right.
can't let somebody else, another mother, another father, go through what I'm going through. You know, it's hard. You know,
Yes.
because I look at my other kids and I be like, my chain is broken. You know,
Right.
um, so the people finally had got indicted for selling fentanyl and whatever else it was. It was like a big ring. I think I sent you the little article about it.
You did.
So me and the girl that he had stayed with, like I said, my son put me with her for a reason. You know, I believe
Right.
that sometimes God put people in your life for reasons and not just for seasons. So we fought nail and tooth, and I was like, you know what? The judge that actually indicted them, I'm going to write him a letter. And I'm gonna tell him about my son because I'm not getting no answers from the DA, the police. They got all these ODs in our cookbook, and y'all not sweeping my son up under the rug.
That's
So
right.
I wrote the judge and the lady that works at the magistrate. She was like, "Oh, can I pass this on to someone else?" And I'm like, "You know, sure." Not thinking it was going anywhere, Miss Mocha, because I had been at that brick wall, but God just kept saying, "Trust me.
Right.
You got to trust me." So the lady finally called me, Miss Stephanie, and Miss Mocha. When I tell you, she did catch my son case at the very end, and she worked and she worked and she worked. So the night before it all happened, this is how I say my son was a savior because he could have went in that building and died by himself. Um,
Right.
he had met this girl coming out. They were just friends. The girl never knew his real name. His real name is Amir. She never even really knew his real name. She only knew him by Creole. And she was like, and I guess they was conversating, and he must have asked her, like, where you about to go? And she was like, I'm walking up a building. And the girl was like, I'm like, walking up here. Mira was like, well, it's kind of late. I'll walk up, up there with you. She said, as they walking, they were joking, and she was like, then his words start to stutter, and she was like, I asked him, like, Mira, what's wrong? And he was like, oh, I'm just a little drunk. And he said on them steps involuntary, that's what we call the projects, and he died. And he
Wow.
went into cardiac arrest twice. Um, so I had been talking to this DEA over about 4 months. She called me the week before last. She said, Erica, I got some kind of bad news. Um, I said, well, give it to me. I said, because the good news is the girl is in jail.
Yeah.
And the boy is getting indicted anyway. He's out on house arrest. So he got like 25 charges. He's going to jail anyway. So like I told her, I said, well, if I can't get justice for Amir, I said, at least I know they're going to jail. They're off the streets. They can't do this to anybody else's family. She said, well, the case is like 95% weak. And these kind of cases is hard to solve in court. But she was like, me and my prosecutor is going to get together. We're going to go and we're going to talk to the DEA. I said, okay, fine. And I said, Lord, let me go in my I got this little closet. I went in there and I just prayed. I said, God, you can't let Amir be a statistic. I can't have it like that. So she called me last week. She said, oh, my 24-year-old cousin was fighting week before last. His other baby, his baby mom brought her other baby dad, and they got to fight, and they fought. After they got done fighting, he shot my cousin through the side, and it hit a main artery, and 24-year-old died. You know, so that was
Wow.
like, we just came from like a funeral like week before last, and he was like an activist. You know, he was like, Body was like an activist. You know, he was into, you know, getting the community together. So like, I'm like, okay, I don't really want no bad news. So do I want to answer the phone for this attorney general? And God was like, answer it. So she was like, oh, well, you know, my case is very stronger than what I thought it was. So look at God.
Look at God.
So she needed to talk to the girl. Her name is Cam. I can mention her because she's not in the indictment. She said, I need to talk to Cam, Erika, because she holds the last key because Mir was with her last. She said, now have her call me. If she don't call me, I'm gonna be has to force the hand to go look for her. I'm like, okay. Well, she talked to the girl yesterday. The girl called me yesterday and was like, Miss Erika, you, because she said her mom had OD and she's seen that before, and that was kind of hard with Mir, which I can understand. You know what I mean? You're walking and talking and laughing with somebody, and they sit down and they're gone. You know, so I
Right.
can really understand what she's going through, but she came through for me. So right now, I'm just hoping that everybody can just keep praying that Mir get some justice. And once I do that, I'm going to try to like change the law in Pennsylvania. Well, not Pennsylvania, out of Hooper. They have to do something, Miss Mocha. It's
Yes.
like Amir passed away. It was like Amir, my cousin Vernon, and then it was this girl from Beaver Falls, and then it was this 1 year old. It was like 5 to 6 people that OD like within the month of November to January, like back to back.
Wow. You know, and
Um,
it's one thing. It's one thing to lose somebody, but then it's another thing to lose them to trust, because to know that Amir believed that he was safe with somebody who actually meant him harm, that's horrible. That's a
yeah,
different kind of pain. And fentanyl is killing our babies faster than we could even get answers. And Miss Erika, to you, the way you still stand here and speak his name, baby, that's strength. That's purpose. Because every word you saying right now, it may stop another mother from facing that same nightmare. And and
right.
and, and I pray to God that what you're doing in the path that you on, you know, you could get some things changed. And you could give Amir the justice that he deserves. And you guys, you see, this is where the story turns from being personal to being powerful. See, we go talk about how the system failed her in the beginning and how the streets betrayed Amir because his personality and who he was, this was not supposed to be the end of his story. And this
No,
same poison, it keeps slipping through the cracks that were never meant to hold young people down.
no.
And we just want to know how something is dangerous. Keep taking lives. while the world keeps looking away. And, there's a bigger person that's bringing it here. We got to
Right.
know that.
Right. We definitely do know that. We definitely do know that. Last year I had opened Amir Foundation. It was a grief thing. We had like 3 meetings, and then I had to step back because I felt empty. Because I think from that year I was just pushing. So I never really had time to grieve. And I told my husband I have to step back from this foundation for a minute because I can't pour into someone else if my cup is empty. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm just gonna keep pushing because I'm in these groups and it's affecting 3-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 13-year-olds, grown-ups. Like, it's scary, it's very scary. And I tell my husband all the time, like, I just sit around now, like, because Mir was my like, I felt like he was my lifestyle. Like, he had me going. And I always say, I know he wouldn't want me to be sitting around here pouting because it's so crazy. One of my cousins, my young cousin, she got into a car accident. Her sister, they're flying. The car wrecks into a pole and it kills her. She's 19 years old. And it made me go get assurance because I'm like, okay, life is not playing no more. If something happened to one of my kids, I want to be able to come to that. I have to go, GoFundMe's and this and this and this and that. So I had got a life a policy, nothing big enough to, put everybody away. And Mir, right before all this happened, he was like, Mom, take that life policy and do you some good. He was like, it ain't a bunch, but live your life. He said, because I don't want no funeral. I'm like, what? He was like, I don't want no funeral. He was like, I don't want them fake bitchs in my face. He was like, and
Right.
I'm gonna be there. I'm like, what? He was like, Mom, it's only gonna be a shell. And I'm like, Mary, you ain't scared to die? He was like, no, Mom.
Wow.
I like when my mom say, I think he been here before. Cause that's the way he talks. He talked to everyone, and it's just like I miss my son so much. It's just the little things, but I definitely glad that you let me come on your platform and share my story because I know it's other people out there. No matter what kind of drugs, because people look at me sideways when I be like, I know he was dibbling dabbling. There's no need to lie about it. You know what I
Correct.
mean? Like, I know he dibbling dabbling, but he didn't ask for death. He didn't ask for fentanyl because when we got to the hospital, it's like fentanyl. It kind of like blew me. I'm thinking maybe he got shot or stabbed. Like, nope, it was fentanyl, and he had 6.2 milligrams of fentanyl in his system.
Wow.
That's a lot. But
That's a lot of fentanyl.
they said this girl, she does this one girl, her name is Marnie. She came to me, she was like, Miss Erika, she was like, because Mir was like proud of her. He had put her on Facebook, oh, my new friend. And the girl Marnie, she said, I jumped out the car because she used to hang with the girl. She was like, and I told Mir, leave her alone, leave her alone. She's not like that, Mir. She's the devil. And when she kept saying it, it made my hair stand up on the back of my neck. I'm like, Money. She was like, she's like that. She was like, she will give people pills and not tell people that it's fentanyl in it until they're hooked on it. And I'm
Wow.
like, for real? She was like, and she was like, then she'll leave you for dead.
Wow.
So I said her karma is coming back to her because Amir definitely wasn't the right one she did it to. And
So has she been arrested yet?
yep, she's in on account of me. On account of
Thank
me.
God. Thank God you saved somebody else's child.
Right. And then she got up and she left and went to Cincinnati. And the craziest thing is the DEA called me once the indictments came down. He was like, oh, Erica, I thought about you. I said, I bet you did. Because I came to you and cried to you and told you this is ABCD, this is what happened to my son. And you did nothing. But then again, now I'm thinking that maybe he didn't do nothing because it was something bigger coming down the line.
Yeah,
And she was on a run, and I called that turn general. I was like, what do you need to know? She was like, I need to know where more at. I was like, she's in Cincinnati with her mother. And I said, if I would have played that mad parent, angry parent, she'll be still out here on the streets doing it to someone else's kid.
exactly.
Doing it
Thank
to
God
someone
for
else's.
you.
And I don't have any hard feelings against her because I know she's an addict. You know, I just pray now that she's in jail and her mind is right, she will come forward because she's so called, oh, I love Mir, Mir this, Mir was my best friend. He was your friend, but you was not Mir's friend. And I
Exactly.
and I told people, I said, see, Mir was gullible. Long as he had a car he could drive, so she was letting him drive her car. She was giving him cigarettes, giving him weed. They was going stealing. So the veil was pulled over his face. He couldn't see the truth. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I'm sad that it took death for him to see because I be looking at some other people in our corporate and I say, you know, they keep ODing, and my child didn't get that chance to OD and come back like, and I be talking to him like, y'all look at Amir. I think my aunt had always told me, she said, Erika, I think because a lot of his age group and friends are out here on them pills. And my aunt told me, she was like, Erika, I think Mir had to be the sacrifice for some of his friends. Like some of them got their stuff together once Mir, you know, passed away. They seem like this ain't no joke. And others just, you know, don't take heed. You know, just so I hear it. But I always just said to myself, you know, God is good. He lent me Mir for 24 years, and that was the best 24 years of my life. Like one of my friends, her daughter and Mir was like sisters and brothers, and we call ourselves sisters. And her daughter was like is on pills real bad, and she called me during this time that Mir had passed, and she's crying and crying. She was like, Eric, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm like, there's nothing you could do. You know what I mean? I can see what you see. I didn't have an opportunity to get Mir any help if I thought it was that bad. Mocha. I'd have got him help. You know what I mean? I'd have
Yes,
took him
yes.
to drug and alcohol, to Gateway. I didn't get the chance to see the sign. I only
Right.
seen the devil. Whereas my friend, you are seeing the signs. Only
Yes.
thing that you can do for me is get your daughter some help. But she finally now she's working. She got her own place, and she told me she was like, "Hey Erica, I'm done with all that." She was
Thank
like,
God.
she was like, because losing Mir was hard. You know what I mean? Because everybody loved him. Like he draw attention to anybody. Everybody, people I didn't even know was calling me. My cousin from out of town was like, how these people know him? I was like, y'all know Mir was like a celebrity. Like, so it was good to hear the stories that people was inboxing me about him, you know. It's just a scary world and you never know, like one pill could kill you.
Right.
And then
And,
we have
and that's what I mean, you know, when I say our generation is failing these kids from both sides, the system and the streets. The
yeah,
same people that hand that poison out, they from the same neighborhoods, you know, people that, like you said, care that say that they love Amir. Amir was my friend. Amir couldn't have been your friend if you did all of that.
Yep.
You know, and the sad part, it's not like she just knew Amir, she knew you, but you still pass this shit off, knowing it's gonna cause a death, and you pass it off like it's candy. And then when
And
a
then,
system don't show up, it tells these children that their lives ain't worth fighting for. But
yep.
Miss Erica, I'm here to tell you tonight, you're proof. You're proof that a mother's voice is louder than silence. You're standing up for every parent who's been ignored and for every child that deserves so much better. And
Yes.
I applaud you, you know, because Mirror's light shines through you. You speak so highly of him, and I love that in you. And you smile with every word that you speak. And that's Mirror coming through you. And I'm loving that. I'm loving that because you've carried your pain with such grace tonight. Such grace. You know, and with everything that you've said, now I would like for you to just speak to the world, to the parents, to the kids, to the ones that still using, the ones that still selling. What you want them to know? What do you want them to feel when they hear Mir's name?
I would want the world to know it's not a joke. It affects everybody, not just a parent. It affects everybody. And if you feel that you can't get help, just talk to somebody. Because talking ain't never hurt nobody. Talking
Correct.
could change a lot of things. And one thing my mama always told me, if you don't think you have no friend, you got a friend in God. Go talk
Yes, Lord.
to God about it, and just pray over your kids. We're living in a scary time, a very scary time now, you
Mm,
know, and it's just, I'm just praying that no mother, father, grandmother, aunt, cousin, sister, friend have to walk these shoes,
yeah.
because kind of funny, because he all this happened on the 13th. We pulled the ventilator on the 20th, so he had 7 days, and and I wasn't even in my right mind, because him and my grandsons share the same death day, November the 20th.
Wow.
And my granddaughter birthday is February the 10th. And when they took him back there, they always tell you, oh, he's going to go easy. Amir, because he's such a fighter, Amir took a half an hour to actually take his last breath. He fought
Wow.
to the very end, and he took his last breath at 2:01. So I keep saying he took my grandkids all around him.
Yes.
Then I said, because it's kind of funny, because he actually missed 3 Thanksgivings, 3 Christmas. His birthday is January the 4th. That'll be the third birthday, but he only been gone for 2 years, and it just seems like yesterday. And I keep telling myself, like, it's only God that I'm here and able to speak and keep pushing. People be like, oh, you so strong. I'm like, you looking at God, because y'all really I want to like break down and like cry and scream, and just like some days I don't want to get up out my bed. Like some days I don't even want to cook, but I know I have to go on, because I know how Mirror is and was. He wouldn't want that. He wouldn't want no one else to suffer.
Yes.
Despise. How to call it? So,
Yes. And what we're witnessing right now, guys, Miss Erica refusing to let Amir's death have the last word. She turned her heartbreak into a mission. And if you listen close enough, you can hear, because I'm hearing it, you could hear Amir speaking through her every time she tells his story. She's saving somebody else's child. And that's That's what hope and justice is about. It's about taking what broke us and using it to build something better. My heart goes out to you, Miss Erica. You're such a strong mother.
Thank you. I definitely have my days, but I just keep pushing because I don't want nobody to live what I have to live. Like I just told my cousin Samir, I said, I'm so sorry that now you have to experience what I'm experiencing. Well, I'm 61 years old. That's why I said I hate November because I had just turned 51 on the 5th.
Right.
And I always said when we were coming up, we didn't see a lot of kids our age died, or if they were, we knew they were sick, and we might have knew what the outcome might have been. But we've been older people, you know.
Right.
So many like times have changed. Like there's so many mothers out here bearing their kids. It's ridiculous. And Mir was 24. What about the ones that's younger than 24? Like 2 weeks, like maybe a month, maybe like 2 months ago. This I don't really know the young boy. He was up here a little more, and they said that ATF was up here and playing close. They said the ATF man was taunting a little boy. And they got a video which they covered it up because the little boy ran. You can see him walking down the street, walking down the steps. He must have like dropped a blunt or something. You can see him pick up. Next thing you know, you see the ATF cars pull up, and they killed this boy, 19 years old, shot him in the back.
Wow.
Let me tell you how crooked these DEA, this system is now, Cooper. First thing they were screaming, second identity. So, you know, everybody was doing it. Then they said, Miss MOCA, now they life flighted the boy. They found the gun on him at the hospital. Then they said they found the gun on the step trying to say he shot at the police. He never shot at the police. And the video that they're showing people, first of all, don't have no sound. There's no gun in the boy's hand. And now, even though Amir died of an overdose and he died of a hand of a police officer, I'm reaching out to this mother because they know her pain. And he's
Right.
19. Was supposed to grab. They say was a good boy. You know, now she's left picking up the pieces. And I just always tell them, you're no parent is alone when you lost a loved one.
Correct.
Like I never understood. My mom used to always say when I was growing up, "Oh, it's different kind of deaths," and I'm like, "What is my mom talking about?" Because I lost my mom, you know, and I hurt and everything. But when Mira died, I said, "Oh, this is what my mom was talking about." There are different deaths, and people grieve totally different.
Correct.
Um, I just thank God for him, you know. He,
Right.
he was my light, you know, and I'm glad that he was somebody else's light to have somebody else change their life, you know. When I did that first group, it was so many people that came out, and people was getting up and you know talking, and it was a good thing. But Miss Walker, I think I was broken. And I think I jumped in it a little bit too fast, you know. So now I'm starting to like rebuild, and I'm going to start having in January coming up this year. I'm going to start having my little meetings again where people we just come in, we just talk about different deaths because Mir's death is no different than someone getting murdered, sad.
Correct. Correct.
He's still a child,
That's right. That's right.
you
That's
know.
right. You know, and
And
it should this, you know, your story and everybody else's story that experienced something similar, it should teach our young children everybody's not your friend.
No.
And too often, these young people go out and they latch on to people, because, oh, such and such like me, I'm the life of the party, yada, yada, yada. But, because of who you've described Mir to be, all that he had going for himself, Mir was surrounded by people that was jealous of his light. They didn't shine the way he shined.
No.
And it was jealousy that dimmed Mir's light.
And that's crazy because someone else told me that. Someone, because like when I go places and I be like, I went to the nail shop and this lady, she was in there, she was getting her nails done, and we just started talking because her son was about to get married, and she just stopped and she just bust out crying because she said, you'll never experience that with your son, but your story. She was like, your story is just so touching, and you just never know who you can touch. It don't have to be somebody who lost somebody, because like when she said that, I never thought about Mir getting married, but when she said, I don't have that because Mir didn't have no kids, you know what I mean? He had a dog, but he didn't have no kids, but it his story, I think it shines in so many ways. There's some good points and there's some bad points, I just wish no mother, like I said, family would ever have to go through this ever in life. They say God don't put more on you that you could bear. So I guess God thought that I could bear this, So
Yes. And he gave you that voice, and he gave you mere spirit to do some things, to make
yeah,
something happen, and to make changes in the area in which you live. Because, like you said, it's happening far too often.
yep,
Far too often, it's taking babies away from their mothers. Mir was 24. Look at what's happening to the little 8, 9, and 10-year-olds.
yep.
Fentanyl is moving through this country like candy, and that's a shame.
And the justice system do not care. They do not. I think I was blessed to run into these turn generals. Cause someone told me, they was like, well, you don't like what the DEA say, go over his head. And I'm like, oh, y'all just don't know. I just wanted peace. I just wanted Mir to have some kind of justice, but it all worked out. And I think the
And
DEA,
had you listened to them, you would have stopped where they wanted you to stop, and nothing would have been done.
yeah. And I think this DEA has no choice because he knows that I came and sat down with him. Whatever that attorney general is told him, it's the same as that story. But I like left off the DEA. I like gave them a break. I was like, I can't go back because like the police was trying to talk stupid to me. They was like, well, we need to go back and see what's in his autopsy. Cocaine and fentanyl. Either he ingested the pill or the fentanyl was in the coke. Like he had nothing else in his system.
Wow.
So I'm praying that this DEA do the right thing now.
Of course.
And to me, like I told my husband, really, Mir would be like the first, not color shade, but black person that if he do get some charges, he'll be the first black African American in Alakupa who someone has got charged for a fentanyl death. And I think the DEA is going to go for it because that's going to make him look good on the next ballot. You know what I mean?
Right. And it has to start somewhere. We just can't keep pushing fentanyl deaths and sweeping them under the rug, and blaming it on the culture or blaming it on the area in which you live. No, that's not true because it ain't us. It ain't us that's bringing fentanyl here.
Nope. Nope. Like
They're bringing it. It's like they're choosing certain neighborhoods to drop it off in.
I told my husband, I think it's a war on our kids, and people don't realize it. It's killing millions.
Yeah.
Not
And Miss Erica, if we think about even the stories that I cover, they all don't include fentanyl, but
no.
they all do include children. And something is terribly wrong because the attack right now is definitely on our children.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I do agree. I do agree. That's why also my twins, they're so laid back. Like they're opposite of Amir. They don't run the streets. The one got 2 kids, they don't run the streets. So I too much don't have to worry about them because they're here. Like I used to have to
Right.
worry about Amir because he was always on the go, on the go, on the go. Like the one time he called me, I'm like, where are you at? I could just see the lights. I'm on my way to West Virginia to the beach. I said, who then rented you a car, fool? Mom, give me a car. Not the girl that he was with, but one of his friends. She's a friend of the family. I said, she got to be a fool to rent you a car and you on your way to the beach. And no light. Is you crazy? But that
Wow.
was the thing. He lived, that boy lived 24 years, Miss MOCA, and he lived his life like he was 61 years old. He lived it to the fullest. He didn't miss a beat. So I know
And that's why he was well loved. His energy was high. And like I said, because who Mir was, they had to dim his light because they aspired to be who he was and what he was. And they
yeah,
tried to take it from him because they could not reach that level. And it's a shame.
it is.
It's a shame, but Miss Erica, we appreciate you, baby. We thank you for sharing your story. Keep us informed. We want to know what justice is going to look like.
I surely will.
You sat here tonight and you poured your heart out, and we appreciate you for that. We
And I
appreciate you for that because Mir showed through you tonight. I mean, you smiled, and I'm looking at you smiling, and I'm seeing his picture. I'm seeing Mir all over the place. And when your other children tell you that that's your twin, ma'am, that's your twin.
that's what everybody say. They was like, that's your twin.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, big Creole baby, little Creole, however you want to call him, that's your twin. And he's shining through you right now. And I want you to always keep him alive. Speak his name everywhere you go. Because what Mir experienced, he should have never. But as you go on fighting for justice, telling his story, you could save so many more. And little do you know, the story that you're telling tonight, you're a blessing to somebody in this chat. You're a blessing to somebody that's going to hit that replay button. And just by coming here tonight, you done saved somebody and don't even know it.
Right.
And tonight, I want to say to every parent that's watching and every young soul that's listening, stay here with us because, you know, we're reflecting. We're reflecting right here. You know, Mir did not live to go out the way he did. But his story is going to change a whole lot of things. Because not only do we have a praying mother, Mir got a working mother.
Yes.
You know, she's reaching places. And that's what we need to understand because what we witnessed tonight, it's not just a story, it was a testimony. You know, Miss Erica's cry turned into a call for change. We say Amir's name, we felt his spirit. We watch love fight back against the silence. We see grief. You see, grief will make you question everything, Miss Erica. Grief going to make you question your faith. It's going to make you question your strength, even your purpose. But if you listen close enough, sometimes you'll hear a whisper from the other side. And that's what Amir is doing to you right now. Mama, keep going. Tell my story. And that's exactly what brought you here tonight, because Amir is still speaking to you. He's still speaking to you. And I love the fact that you allow him to speak to you, and then you're able to speak to others. And I love that for you, because you're
Thank
saving
you.
somebody. You're saving somebody. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much.
I just thank you and I pray for everybody. I love everybody. Just keep praying for me. And I'm gonna fight. I told my husband the last thing I'm gonna do before I leave here, I'm gonna fight for Amir. And if nothing come out of it, at least I know that I
You
fight
did the
the
right
good.
thing. That's right. You did the right thing. And you know, that fight that you have in you, you're not alone. God is with you every step of the way. And by you fighting, I want to believe that you're opening the doors for other parents to step in right along with you and join that fight. Because
They have
change won't come if you sit up there and want to stay in silence and not want to be truthful about what their child done or what they partaked in, you know? So
right.
you're being open, you're being raw, you're being honest. That's healing in a sense. And that's what's going to get the justice that you deserve even more, because you fight.
Yes. It's just a lot. I had plenty of stories about this little town. This little town should be on the thing, because the people who killed my husband, first cousin, his daughter was in the hospital with Mir when we got to the hospital, and she said, and Erika, because she called me her aunt because I'm older. She was like, my dad said he was going to find out what happened to Mir. Well, that night he ended up with that girl that Mir was with, and another girl. And I keep just like something in my spirit keeps saying they was drugging him. Now he had fentanyl, he had Percocets, he had Xanax. The girl was drugging him, Miss Mo.
Wow. She was dangerous.
But I kept saying she was drugging him because her and the girl that Mir that did that to Mir were best friends. And then when all that happened, they start feuding because that's the first person that the girl told me they did that to Mir. And I was like, no, she didn't do that to Mir. She did that to my cousin in the house full of like 4 other people. Nobody went to jail.
Wow.
Nobody. But I keep telling Melvin, I said, I believe his justice is going to come through Mir. I
Yes.
got to fight for Mir first, and then I'll take on the rest. But like to have two back to back,
Yeah. That ain't no coincidence.
like it was like a funeral on the first, a funeral on the eighth, like, and it was hard to look. And then the police gonna tell me, "Oh, well, we can tell you that Mir and Vernon had the same batch." No, no. I'm not no dummy. I know they had the same batch because the girl that did that to Vernon was hanging with the girl that did that to Mir. That make it make
Right.
sense.
And look how potent it was. Look how much it was.
But
Oh God.
the crazy part about his story, Mocha, they let him die. They I guess they went upstairs and did what they did. They came back downstairs, he was undressed. The one boy woke up and said he had seen throw up. The girl was like, oh, he always do this. She was like, he didn't have on his watch, his clothes. He said when he woke up again, they had him sitting up. You could tell he had peed on himself. He
Wow.
wasn't breathing, and they had him closed. And tell me why nobody's in jail. That's why I said my son cannot be a statistic. No, no,
Well,
no.
no, Mir gonna be the law. Mir gonna lock them all up. Mir gonna make them, they're gonna have to pay for what they done. They're gonna have to pay for what they done. My God, my God. But Miss Erica, we're gonna keep you in prayer, my love. And, whatever support you need from us, just know that we're here. Anytime you want to get your story out, you have more news to share, we are definitely here.
I'll definitely keep y'all updated.
And we thank you for it all. And I'm going to pray with you just for a moment before you leave.
Okay.
And we're going to keep Mir's name lifted because that's a life gone too soon. That's a
Yeah.
life that's gone too soon. Father God, we come to you tonight. Our hearts are heavy, but we're still hopeful. We thank you, Father God, for the life of Amir Pitts, Big Creo. We thank you for the laughter he brought, for the love he gave, and for the lessons that he left behind. We lift up his mother tonight, Father God. We lift up Miss Erika, asking that you surround her with peace that passes all understanding. Miss Erika has taken on a fight that didn't save hers, but she's willing to save others. Lift her up, Father God. And Father God, we ask that you heal every mother that's still waiting for closure. Every parent that still go to bed crying at night without answers, Father God. Father, we ask you, help us turn pain into purpose. Help Miss Erika on her journey, so no other family have to walk this same road. We speak protection over our children tonight, deliverance over our communities, and courage over every voice that refuses to be quiet. Thank you, God, for Amir. And Heavenly Father, thank you even more for his mother. Thank you for that supporting family that Amir comes from. Because without them, Father God, the road to justice would have hit a dead end long time ago. So as we lift Miss Erika up in prayer, we thank you, Lord. We thank you for her. We thank you for allowing the mere spirit to live through her. Keep her safe, Lord. Keep her protected. As she walks this journey, let her know that she's not alone. She's not alone, Father God. We thank you. And we thank you, Miss Erika, for
Thank
being
y'all.
here. We thank you.
You're welcome.
So we thank you for trusting us with your truth, and we love you for it. And to everyone that's here tonight, what we do here is never about views. It's about voices. Every name we speak, keep hope alive. If you or somebody you love is struggling with addiction, don't let them suffer in silence. Reach out. There's help somewhere, there's healing somewhere, and there's always another chance. Always another chance. And again, Miss Erika, we thank you.
You're
We thank you
welcome.
so very much for gracing us and, allowing us to share Big Creo with you.
I'll
And just
definitely
let us,
keep y'all updated.
we appreciate you. We appreciate you so very much. And thank you, children. Thank them for helping you get on this platform to tell your story.
I love
Tell them I
it.
said thank you.
He's like, Mom, I said, no, before I go real quick, I told my daughter, I said, your brother would be so proud of me. She was like, wow, Mom, you're finally learning how to tap the pay. I said, yeah. Be like, Mom, just hold the phone to the thing. But I finally did it, so he will be proud of me.
Yes, but tell your daughter I said thank her so very much for allowing you to get up here and share Amir with us. We love you, Miss Erika.
I love you too.
All right, good night.
Good night.
Phew, y'all, that was a rough one. That was a tough one. But we did that. We did that. And Miss Erika is a strong lady. She is a strong mother. It's not many people that has that strength. Not too many people we know will still smile through a situation like this. And we love Miss Erika for giving us a piece of her son, sharing him with the world. We have a fight on our hands, y'all. We have a fight on our hands. Society is taking our children out of here. The streets are taking our children out of here. And like Sassy said earlier, it's the government that's taking our children out of here. You're welcome, niece. You're welcome. But we're going to lift Miss Erika up in prayer because she needs the strength to keep the fight. She needs the strength to endure because this ain't easy. This ain't easy. But guys, we're going to get up out of here. It's been another one of those nights. Another one of those nights. And we came out here to do what we do, and we did that. And I thank each and every one of you that pulled up tonight in support of Miss Erika. Appreciate y'all that supported the channel. Once again, it's purpose over popularity over here. There are stories to be told. There are lives to save. And whatever part we could play, that's what we're going to do. And once again, I thank each and every one of you for being a part of the Nola Bell family. And we're going to keep bringing these stories. We're going to keep raising awareness. And we're going to keep doing what we do. Until next time, I'm going to say God bless each and every one of you. I'm going to say good night. And until next time, love on your children. Pray over your children. Keep them covered. Because the world today ain't the world that we once knew. There's no such thing as a friend. Because a friend would never be jealous of a friend. On that note, I'm out of here. Love you all, and I'll talk to you all soon.
We stand tall, we rise as one. No bells, the work ain't done. No. Motivated from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. team full of truth and a chat full of cheer. MOCA in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. Stand tall, we rise as one. Know the best, the work ain't done. Won't you lead 'em from the heart, never run. Truth and care and everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. Down in the NOLA where the soul don't break. MOCA built the lane where the real ones stay. Ain't no faking the funk, ain't no playing for clout. You bring that mess, we gon' sort that out. But this ain't about drama, it's about love, it's about healing, it's about trust. Every child, every voice, every name in the breeze. We gon' stand for the ones no one else gon' see. So we rise tall, we rise as one. Oh no, low bellows, the work ain't done. Won't you lead it from the heart, never run. Truth and care and everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. One mic, one tribe, one mission in mind. We protect what's right and we hold that line. It's the chat where the truth and the love collide, where the voices don't hide.